Government of Grenada allowed a credit union to buy a building that was urgently required. We should have been there today.
Members of the legal fraternity protest as negotiations for a place to house the proceedings or court matters break down. On Monday morning, lawyers stood outside the Supreme Court to protest a matter that seems never ending as it dates back to 2004, since the passage of Hurricane Ivan. Grenada had to constantly battle with what they call poor arrangements for the sitting of the local courts. The most recent issue is the closure of the courts back in May of 2018 because of infrastructural challenges, in which the court had to be temporarily relocated to the mediation building on Scott Street. During that time, officials from the Ministry of Works assessed the building and gave word that the situation will be addressed. To date, the legal fraternity still do not have a place to call home and has now taken the matter to the streets.
I mean, I've recently seen a statement speaking about assiduous efforts to take on this problem, and we're not satisfied that the efforts so far have been anything but assiduous. Fundamentally, you recognize and accept the degree of the problem. I think that's where we start, and that's what we're calling upon the government to do. Not to treat it as lightly as we have observed, and then commit to the financial resources, because everything that needs to be done at the bottom line, whether it's human resource improvement, the capital work that needs to be done here, everything that needs to be done requires a financial commitment.
President of the Grenada Bar Association is Lisa Taylor. She says this situation needs an expansive pedestal approach.
Now requires the degree to which this problem has escalated requires a broad-based approach, and that is the kind of plan we want to see concretely. And we're keeping our eye as well on the promised Hall of Justice. We know that there's land available next to the Parliament building for the construction of a Hall of Justice. We need immediate accommodation, but we are keeping an eye on that promise as well. And we would want to see concretely. We don't want to hear about references to plans that are lying around in the Attorney General's chambers. We want to see concretely, step by step, what the government plans to do to actualize the Hall of Justice.
This, Taylor says, is not a one-off thing, as they cannot sit idly by and allow this to continue.
We are not going to go back into our offices and turn on the air conditioning units and be comfortable. We cannot be. It cannot stand that we are where we are. So we are going to consider every possible legal option available to us to cause this problem to be addressed, and addressed today. When I say not literally, obviously, but not in the way that it has been. The march to now in this instance was from May. Let that sink in.
For WPG10, I am Rachel Bean.